What was that like making your debut at the Opry? Like with your dad, that must have been
Yeah.
special. Hey, he's a world class fiddle player, just musician.
Yeah, man, he's really good. Man, it was incredible. That that's the stage that you grow up saying if you play the Opry, then everything else is all good. Like to no matter what happens in your life, it's gonna be okay because you got to play the Opry, and especially having my dad on stage. My dad taught me how to play and inspired me to pursue music. And especially for his era, I mean, he loves country music, especially old country music, from when the Grand Ole Opry um, was it, man. And it still is it, but it's more legendary now. Whereas then it was like the apex. And man, just all the history there. Having the honor of sharing the stage with him, man, it was incredible, man. It was definitely one of the best nights of my life for sure, and I know that it was one of the best nights of his life too. So it was special.
Were any other family members or friends from back from your hometown able to make it? I know it's a long
Yeah,
time.
my two brothers were there. My mom was there. My grandma was there.
Nice.
My 2-year-old was there. My wife was there. Yeah, man, we had the whole family out for it.
So are your brothers musicians as well?
Yep, yep. They all play and they write and they play in their own bands through the Rocky Mountain region. So yeah, man, we grew up playing together with my dad, and that was kind of how we first um, learned how to be on stage and perform, and that's kind of what gave us all the bug to keep on to doing it. So
I love the hip thrusts, dance moves, cowboy killer.
oh yeah, the Cowboy Killer.
Is that from one of your brothers, or you learned? I,
No.
I like how you don't do it right off top. Like first you wait a while,
Oh yeah.
it's a slow build, and then
Yeah, man, gotta ease them into it. No, man, they're they they play like pretty hardcore cowboy western traditional country, which I love that, man. That's the stuff that I was raised on, and I still um am heavily influenced and it incorporate a lot of that into my music. But they're also 5 years older. So,
mm,
I got to inherit all of their albums from
uh,
Eminem to Blink 182. So,
yeah,
so I had a huge library of music to choose from when I was a kid. And then obviously, how streaming has evolved, everything is just so easily accessible now,
mhm.
that there's a lot of influences in my music that aren't necessarily country. So the Cowboy, the Killer is definitely one of those tracks that isn't strictly a traditional country one, but man, just having the hits in there, man. I love to be on stage. I love to entertain and just putting moments like that throughout our show. I feel like people can just to take those and laugh and remember that music shouldn't be taken so seriously, and especially out live, man. I mean, we're all just had to, trying to have a good time and escape for a couple hours. So that's just a
Yeah,
cool reminder of that.
especially yeah, it's Friday night, Joe's Bar, Weed Street. I mean, that's
Yeah, dude, exactly.
everyone's going to be drinks in the air and
Yeah,
with you, and that's perfect.
let loose, baby. Yeah, man.
What do you do? I mean, have you played like Belcourt Taps or Listening Room or Bluebird? What do you do in the
Yeah.
writers round setting? Do you still get up and slowly move the hips, or you?
Man, Cowboy the Killer, I've only played acoustic once or twice. Um, but they've been for they've been acoustic shows, so not writers around nights. But
Okay.
man, I'll just throw my guitar down and I'll just do the
Yes,
hips anyway, man. I don't care, man. I'll do whatever. It is hard to embarrass me on stage, so
I love that. You can tell you're
yeah,
blast on stage, and then we all in the crowd having a blast.
yeah, man.
And Ryan Charles, he's opening for you this Friday.
Ryan Charles is opening up. Yep, yep. He's he's actually on Cowboy to Killer. He's the featured rapper on there, and man, he grew up about an hour away from me in
Oh, cool.
the Wyoming, and man, he's a great guy and very very talented, and man, created his own genre of Western rap, which I feel like is hard to create your own style to these days because there's been a ton of it. But man, he's great and he puts on a high energy performance as well, man. So people are in for a treat in Chi-Town on Friday night for sure.
Right on. It's gonna sell out. Like your other shows are Grizzly Rose, I saw sold out, and saw you
Yeah,
Iowa for five
yeah,
thousand people or something crazy.
yeah, man. Yeah.
People love you, Ian.
Ah, man.
You
Well,
feel the
geez.
buzz. You're the man.
Yeah, man. Well, I love it. Oh, hey, dude. I'm just lucky to be able to do what I do, man. And I feel like the last year or two, people just really want to go out and have a good time because I think that we all took for granted the freedom of being able to go out, you know. And now that it's back, people want it more than ever, man. So we're lucky.
So, do you have a album coming out soon?
Yes, I got a new album coming out. Can't say exactly when right now, but the first half of 2023.
Right on. Cool.
Yep.
I love Long Live Cowgirls, man.
Thank you very much, man. Thank you.
What have you known Cody for a while?
Man, the first time I met Cody was actually last year. We were on tour with him the last half of last year through the first half of this year, and man, he listened to my music and then he liked it and thought that we'd be a good fit for for his first arena to tour. And man, we hit it off really really well, man. We come from kind of the same culture and are influenced by the kind of music. And there's not a lot of country artists right now in the game that really understand and respect the Western way of life. And man, he's one of them. And man, we hit it off well. And I had that track. And after we had played a few gigs with him, I thought that I had known him. Like I thought that we had a good relationship, and that he liked my music enough where I could ask him. I was like, "Hey man, I got this track for you, dude. Like, I think that you like it." And he's probably like,
Nice.
"Oh gosh, here's another new artist trying to get me on his song." But man, he listened on the tour bus and came right out and said, "Dude, I love it. Let's do it." So it was
That's
awesome.
Cody Johnson. Nice.
Yeah, dude, the man.
Yeah, IanMunsick.com, the place for people to go to download your music, see all your tour dates. But dude, we're excited to see you this Friday at Joe's Bar on Wheat Street in Chicago. It's going to be a blast. Thanks, Ian.
Yeah, man. Oh, hey man, thank you for having me, and I'll see you on Friday, man. It's gonna be awesome.